I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Oh, there we go. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rock Knicks Universe, main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show. The Knicks at Night podcast. Man, feeling good, y'all. Feeling good, man. I was excited to see the Knicks just come out and jump all over the Boston Celtics. I was excited to see that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man. I was excited to see the Knicks come out here tonight, jump all over the Boston Celtics. The Celtics looked as if they wanted to put up a fight early and couldn't. They put up a fight late, but whatever. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I consider this game to be a 30-point blowout. I legit feel as if the Knicks could have beat this team by 40 or 45. And I know there are a lot of people that are going to say, yo, but for one, I'm a Knicks fan, right? I'm a Knicks fan, right? I'm a Knicks fan. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm a Knicks fan, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to advocate for the Knicks, right? Right? And for those that immediately want to advocate for the Celtics, like for the fake Knicks fans that are going to come in and say stuff like, but Jalen Brown just had an off game. I know what people are going to say. People are going to say, Joe Mazzulla didn't want to get anybody hurt. Jason Tatum wasn't really up for this game. Jason Tatum just really wanted to make it to the end of the season. The fact remains is history tells us that the Knicks whooped the Celtics. Right? That's what history tells us. Oh, ooh,
salute.
Somebody's mic is a little touchy. Is that is that somebody's mic a little touchy?
I need some WD-40, I think.
Okay, what's good, big fella?
Beat the brakes off them dudes.
Yeah, man.
The starters won by 30, just like you said.
Bro, some of those shots the Celtics hit in the fourth quarter, late in that fourth quarter, and that pseudo fake comeback. Bro, come on, man. in real life, those shots, bro. The one that Pritchard hit where he jumped across the 3-point line and glided towards the rim.
That was
Come
crazy.
on, bro. Never happens in real life, bro.
That's
Sfee's in the house.
Yeah,
that's
man.
the 50-point Malachi Flynn game for all of them.
Yeah, man. For all
Yeah.
these dudes. For all these dudes. So, fellas, how y'all feel about tonight's game?
Well, first of all, I was surprised the Celtics played all their starters this game, to be honest with you.
We beat the Celtics, bro, with their
I
starters,
think
bro.
exactly. I thought they were going to pull one of those. Oh, we already got this in the bag, so we're going to take some time off. But nope, they tried to. People can say what they want, but they try to come out and try to prove a lesson or something, prove a point, and they failed.
And they've had, hey, listen, Drew Holiday was picking up Jalen Brunson from 70 feet, bro.
Yeah.
For everybody that's going to make 1,000 excuses.
Yep,
to
they tried
to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any excuses that any fan can give, because if you really watch that game, from the first quarter to the third quarter, he was doubled practically every possession. Every time he had to bring the ball up the floor, someone had to run to get the ball for him, because you got Drew Holiday and Derek White flying down the court just to trap him.
Yep, they had,
and I'm like,
yep.
You go, coach.
No, I'm saying, yeah. So they were trying. Still, this was let's see, because they know who they need to stop.
Right.
So they did a little. Let's see if this works. Nope.
And the crazy part, he put 39 only 3 quarters. He didn't even play the rest of the game. 3
the man
quarters.
can make a free throw. Well, here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah. That.
First of all, you know what? I think because this guy don't get enough practice with his free throws, because they don't ever call fouls against the damn guy.
Yeah, man. I feel good, bro.
The top,
I feel real good,
yeah,
man.
They talked about I forget who said it in the broadcast. Might have been Stan Van Gundy or the other guy. Someone was saying like the top 5 scorers in the league or whatever, like the free throw attempts are like through the roof, the respect they get. And then you got Brunson like nothing.
Yeah. Hey, pause right here real quick, y'all. Let me do this.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I cry for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I cry for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you.
Greetings, my
Island boy.
Yes.
He's an island boy.
Ivy. Well, coach.
What's up, Wiz?
You guys good? General, Freezy.
El Presidente.
How you doing, man?
Good, man.
I'm on LA freeway, trying to get around this traffic, trying to find a way home at 10 o'clock at night.
Watch out for Bron and Bronny.
Wiz, are you excited about this win against the Boston Celtics tonight?
Extremely excited. I'm jumping on 2 cases. 1, to say hi to my boy Coach, and then 2, to talk about this game, man. This is a beautiful game. Even though Deuce didn't drop his points and stuff, so yeah, come on, even Deuce and other stuff. I heard you talking about me last night. I heard you talking trash about me. Deuce didn't put up no numbers, but the team looked magnificent.
Yes.
Magnificent.
My boy, I
Very
heart
proud of this team.
showing them, dropping them dimes.
Big
I was talking about it last night. He got 6 assists.
Yep.
He did.
I know. And my bright skinned brother, iHeart,
Yes.
he is showing us some stuff. Freezy, man, you're cold, man. This morning with what's it, Big Boss,
The
right?
big boss round table.
Round tip. Yeah, you're talking about if he's not aggressive, 12 mil. Oh, jeez, that
Yeah.
will be.
Right. Right.
That's a big rate, dog. Start 14, man. Start at 14.
I'm okay with the incentives.
That's
Hey,
true.
14 or 15 with some bonus incentives.
Do you see what he plays like when he's incentivized?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So incentives to get him to like 16. I'm okay with that. But bad, 12 mil. I was like, man, iHeart's been doing this thing, baby.
The thing is, I think he's humble enough guy, and he's proud to be part of this team and be counted on. He'd probably take that amount.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna stay.
I mean,
He's gonna stay
even
below. I think he's gonna make it an offer of 17 or 18 for somebody, and he may stay with us for like 14 with incentives.
honestly, even when you see these guys play, it's an obvious, like, you can tell these guys like generally like each other. Like some teams, you get to some guys are just there just to hey, I'm
go
here,
through
get
the
my check, go
motions.
home. Yeah, but these guys like generally are like a family. Like Freeze, I remember a couple uh videos ago, you talked about how this organization is building a culture. Like these guys are really a family. Like they're all together. They go on podcasts. The way they speak about each other, you can tell that these guys generally want to be here. So
Right.
hey, I don't care how they get it done, but he's got to stay.
I think he's got to
Just
stay.
real quick before we start shifting gears about certain guys and all that stuff real quick. I want to point out the fact that when we see in these moments Jalen Brunson versus whoever you say is better than him, Jalen Brunson always wins that matchup.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right?
Yep.
yes.
Every time you say a guy is better than Jalen Brunson, he always wins that matchup. At some point, we got to start respecting our guy and touting our guy as one of the best guys in this league.
Freezy, I think this season, I think he is the best. If you look at everybody who's in the MVP race, they have somebody next to them who is like a great number 2 option. A guy, Jokic has Jamal Murray, and we've seen how he gets in the playoffs. We see Luka has Kyrie. You see
Right.
SGA has no one pick and check. You see Jason Tatum has Jaylen Brown. The second best player for Brunson some nights is Dante, some nights is Josh Hart.
Insert name here.
Insert
That's
name.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You talking about now we have a chance to get. I say this: if we get the second seed, like I honestly, realistically, he should get MVP because there's nights where Jokic can not be there, but Jamal Murray has the power, and they have a good enough team where they can power in a couple of wins. Without Brunson, none of this runs.
Right.
None of this runs like this.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it didn't matter who was covering. I mean, there was times where he started getting into the paint and Tatum would pick him up, and he was still.
Yeah.
But that was
I mean,
nasty.
seriously, I'm in disbelief. I mean, I still, as I have to look back at these games and go, did that little guy just put up another 40-point game? Did that little guy just? I still am in disbelief about his productivity, his efficiency, his ability to put up these. I just still in disbelief when I watch this game. I just don't believe that it really happened because I look at those numbers and I can't believe this guy is the best player on the floor every night in the past few
In every matchup. Wiz, you know who he reminds me of? I'm gonna jog your memory just a little bit, and it's a Boston Celtics player name. I'm gonna say this player legit reminds me of Nate Tiny Archibald.
Oh,
Right, a short scoring machine. You can't stop him, bro. You can't stop him. Think about you. You remember Nate Archibald for the Celtics?
Oh,
Of course.
You can't stop him, bro. Bro, some of those pull-up threes he hit tonight you could feel the venom. You could feel the venom. He was like he wanted to put the Celtics away, bro.
Yep.
When he hit that really deep one, like late in the third quarter, he knew he was so deep, and he stood there for like a minute.
Yes.
He was
Yeah,
he just knew it. And I
yeah,
think that was when that put us up like 30 or something at that time, 31 or something.
right.
I
Yep.
mean,
Because his play style to me is like he and I know people are gonna kind of like drag with it, but I think Houston Freeze or someone said it. Like he has Kobe's on. You can't have Kobe's in the fourth quarter come we'll pass the ball.
Yeah,
Every time the
yeah.
moment comes, he's like, "Yo, this is my game to win." And guys like that get you to win at the highest level. Because even still, like, because I was watching the game and I was in disbelief because I'm watching Drew Holiday, who just got this extension for 123. Oh my gosh! Oh, he plays such great defense. He went 1-on-1 with Brunson. Brunson in and out, slow it down, pace, layup, and I'm like, yo, you can't do it. I've seen literally everybody on the team guard Brunson, and he scored on everybody. I'm like, that right there just shows me he is literally unguardable. And I don't want to hear nobody say anything about
they quit. They quit after the third quarter. They said, "All right, we're good. I'm gonna take everyone, all the starters out." They done quit.
I'm not sure if you guys seen the halftime show. They showed some some of the legends talk. They said, "Oh well, it seems like Boston kind of like going through the motions. They're not really putting forth the effort." And I'm like, you can't say that because if you're sitting here, because that's it. The thing is, if they're going through motions, not having no effort, they should already just be sitting down before the game even started.
Yep.
Exactly, because you know what? I know dang well that the Celtics came out. They're tired of they're the least talked about number one team I've heard about in a long, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not even getting press right now. They're just running away with it, and no one's giving the Celtics all the accolades of how good they are.
Right.
Because we're still in ESPN's mouth. We're still being talked about because of what we're doing, and we're still winning, and they got that little race going on in the West, so that's a little more newsworthy. So the Celtics, they wanted to come into this game and try to put us in our place.
Right.
And when we stood up and said, "Nah, not this time."
Coach, how they gonna say that Celtics have speed and there were, I counted two or three scrums under the rim and players from both sides were trying to get on the floor and get the ball.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you're running half speed, you don't fight for the ball, bro. You're like, yeah, you can have it, bro.
I've seen probably about 6 or 7 Celtic games this year, like besides the ones against us.
Okay.
And I have never seen them cover someone that before the half court line like they was doing Brunson. I never seen them try to deny someone the ball that much. I never seen them double because they're supposed to be the second best defensive team in the league right now too. And they got a good team defenders and all that stuff. And Brown and Tatum are supposed to be the best wing defender tandem in the league and blah, blah, blah. And Drew Holiday's supposed to be the best defensive point guard, blah, blah, blah.
Derek
White
is a great defender.
That's all I hear. And Porzingis is the eraser or whatever. Yeah. And I see them playing Jalen Brunson like he's Kobe. Or MJ.
Their starters played the entire third quarter.
Yeah, they did.
You tell me that the team that's half? No way. That coach is trying to win that game.
Yep.
And he was embarrassed. Yep. And he tried to put us in our place. And we actually extended the lead.
Yep.
I mean, that was embarrassing.
Also, I'm not sure if you guys listened in. And I think the second and third quarter, when we were up like 25, he's getting MVP chance in the TD Garden.
Yeah, he was at the free throw line. Yeah.
Yo, when you have a rival getting MVP, first of all, that's not happening in the Garden. And with this team, that's not happening. I don't care. Hey. You can go drop 80. I don't care. That's not happening.
They were booing when them 5 guys went to the scorers table to sub out the
Yep.
starters, the crowd started booing.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like tonight what happened was they lost because part of it was me personally, I feel like that is such a loser mentality because for your guys to go out there to go, I get it, they're nice, this is a great talented team, but when this mindset of whatever, it's fine, we'll get it. They lost to the Lakers like this. They went to the Lakers. Oh, Brent ain't not playing. I don't care. And now you're not. And now we got a killer in Brunson who came in the game and just did whatever he wanted. And I was looking around like I'm not going to front. We had KP. I think he did like a screen, and they had switched him on to KP. When he brought KP to the top of the key, that man had deer ankles. He couldn't go anyway. And I'm like, yo, he's doing whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm watching this Boston Celtics team look and have no answer. So even though Joe Mazzulla's trying things, he got no answer. There was no solution to it.
And Josh Hart is just that dude.
Wow.
That dude's just he's a bully. I love him. Like he don't care. Porzingis was a foot taller than him, and he's all up in his grill and the lane. You know, he's making shots tough for him. You know, he just reminds me of that just Chihuahua on steroids. Just
let me. As a matter of fact, I want to speak to something, right? Y'all know, like I'm probably the biggest Hartenstein fan in Knicks universe, right? Really, not right. But my thing is with Hartenstein, like I don't give him like the pseudo fake love type stuff. Like when you can like a player a lot and still be honest about him, right? Like you know how Wiz and I joke about Deuce McBride. Like when Deuce has a great game, right? Wiz can't stay off my phone. I legit have to keep my phone.
The Deuce is loose.
I have to keep my phone plugged up because it legit will run the battery down, right? But when Deuce is missing, my phone is safe.
Crickets.
Right? But here's the thing I want to say about Isaiah Hartenstein tonight, right? Isaiah Hartenstein legit outplayed Kristaps Porzingis, and I thought that's what y'all were gonna come in here and talk about first. About how he legit outplayed Kristaps Porzingis, right? And it wasn't like initially it looked like Porzingis may, you know what I'm saying, may be like a thorn in our side, right? Then we saw a little bit of Mitch, and then Hartenstein kicked it into gear, right? Because at the time I thought Hartenstein. At the time that I saw it, at the time that I noticed, I think Hartenstein may have had like 3 rebounds and like 1 assist. But he finished the game with like 13 rebounds, 6 assists, like 12 points. How many points did he score? 12? 11 points.
Yep.
Yeah, and Porzingis finished with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. Right?
Because of the amount of iHeart time we had last night, and I was wearing that iHeart backpack.
Yeah,
I didn't want to come in straight away with "I told you so."
Coming in hot.
He must have watched the show last night.
Yeah.
Nah, but I was like,
but how do you feel? Do you think Hartenstein outplayed Porzingis tonight?
I mean,
I did.
The eye test. I mean, if it wasn't an outplay situation, if you look at the stats, that's kind of what you want out of your.
Well, that's why I came in with a $12 million. $12 million was a little insulting. Freezy. $12 million was a little insulting.
If we get 11, 12, and 5 from him, sign me up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the guy he could be in the playoffs. That's what we need him to be in the playoffs.
Right.
Like, for us to succeed, he needs to be at that. You know, OG needs to keep getting his sea legs under him. And I'm sure we'll talk about him, how he was
the Matrix.
giving Tatum some. There's a reason why they weren't shooting too good.
Yeah,
it's because the Matrix.
Actually,
Jason Tatum totally stat padded tonight too. By the way,
Oh, for sure.
Jason Tatum. So that 5 of 13 is a bad shooting night for Jason Tatum. But if you notice, when we removed certain guys from the game and Jason Tatum was in the game, he just went right and attacked those matchups. Like he attacked Precious a couple of times. He attacked okay, I'm gonna say this. I have one negative thing to say, bro, and it's not really a negative more than it is a concern.
What you got?
Mitchell Robinson looks like an old, injured big man trying to come back from injury.
Yeah, sluggish.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He is not fluid like he used to be. I don't know if that's ring rust, so to speak. You know, ring rust is like, you know how you be away from the game for so long, you got to get your sea legs under you.
Yeah, but it looks a little stiff to me.
Mitch could not turn those hips, bro.
Yeah,
he could not turn those hips and get to the now he played the angles okay, but Mitch from 4 years ago would have just ran over there and jumped out the gym.
Yeah.
This Mitch is like the wily veteran, understanding the game, dropping as low as the lowest, and then making them turn the corner, and then he can block a shot. Right?
I mean, he was.
I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, I was saying he was still, as far as on the offensive boards, you know, he was getting his body between the rim and, you know, the other team.
Yeah.
And he got his offensive boards, but I noticed it on a couple. They tried to give him a pass here and there, and he had some Nerlens Noel disease.
Yeah, his legs were operating with him. Yeah, man.
And he just, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of noticed it even in the Chicago game, because there were some times where, like, I know the Mitch that I know would have got a lot of those rebounds, but a lot of them were just going by, and, like, he wasn't really boxing out. He wasn't really, like, making those quick moves, and I'm like, something seems off. But it seems like either, like, it's the injury, you're trying to, rehab, you're trying to get back, and then plus remember when he first had it, we thought he was done for the season. And like, no, he can come back. So it could be a thing too where, like, he's kind of trying to get his body back a little too quick. So he might be, so it's now kind of hitting him. So
he might still be like 60%, 65%.
Yeah, so like I'm seeing that, and I'm like, it kind of just seems like he's not the same Mitch that we see. But even still, it's an injury. It takes time. We gotta wait. But even still, I feel like, because I tell people, like, the thing with the whole Tatum stat padding, I go based off impact. You can't, because remember we played Embiid. Embiid had 30. He had 30 and 10, and that was the quietest 30 and 10 I've ever seen in my life.
It was like the Embiid. Yep. You're right. The Embiid 30 and 10 against us to keep that 30 and 10 streak alive. It felt like that man had 12 and 6 against us, man.
Yeah, right. Because a lot of times, a lot of people, what they do is when they look at basketball, they look at the numbers and they'll go, "Oh, well, he had 26, 8 and 8." But if you watch the game, he got that in the fourth quarters when it's the third string guy who's this his first time playing this year. Like a lot of these guys, you gotta look at impact, because we're looking at Tatum, we're looking at Brown, you're looking at, they had a rough short night. It's like, no, look at OG Anunoby, look at Dante, look at Josh Hart, look at I go to front. Shout out to Tibbs. The way the defense ran today, really good, really good. We made everything tough for them. Everything tough. Even when they got the switches, they put their full effort to make sure it's still a tough shot.
Right. Actually, I came in tonight. I thought about iHeart and Brunson, but OG's the one actually that impressed me the most tonight, because I just still in disbelief that this man is a plus 12 or more every game he plays with us. Every game. He does not perform and leave the floor without a positive score on our side. I just don't understand how he seems so almost non-existent sometimes, where I'm like, what is he really doing? But somehow they can't score against him. Somehow he gets a basket that I'm like, is he moving? when he gets to he's dunking the ball, and his
Right.
hands are like,
Amazing.
man,
Amazing.
reflection.
In 20 games with the New York Knicks, OG Anunoby is a plus 321.
Oh
It's
my
so
goodness.
crazy.
Bro,
Dude, that's ridiculous.
He was plus 20 tonight. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
I saw this guy do a video about OG Anunoby during the Bucks game. And the crazy thing I didn't even realize, he showed like 3 clips. It was a clip where OG's back foot was in the paint and he's watching Giannis, and then Chris Middleton did a pull-up jump shot and he blocked it while his foot came off the paint.
Oh man.
I'm like, yo, he
Yeah.
talking about a wingspan like that. And then I think he got talked about, he was like, he said Giannis passed the entire defense and OG was backpedaling. He says, if this is anybody else in the league, there's either 2 points or it's free throw shots.
free throw.
He said OG watched Giannis move the ball and he grabbed it with both hands, stripped it. He was like,
Yep.
not every defensive player can do that. Because if you got anybody else there, that's 2 points. He's like, he's special. The way he can play defense is special, and that ability right there, it just gives a little more leeway to the other guys. So now they go on May. He's the bailout.
I wonder how much film he watches, because he said he looks like he knows what they're about to do. But a lot of times it looks like he just instinctively has the high IQ to kind of like read the play and read the movement so well. It's so, because there's a certain point where film is helpful, but to execute after watching the film, it's tough that your body do the move where you watched it because your mind is thinking. Looks like he just has this instinct to almost cat-like move, but be like, I see the play. I see where I should be. And I don't know how I don't think people underestimate where he is, because the wingspan and the quick reflexes.
Right.
I think they underestimate he's going to cover that much ground in that shorter time and react so quickly. Or rather, sometimes not even react to the play that they thought he should react to. I'd love to see actually OG guard Brunson. That would be a good combination.
Hey, Wiz, you know what though? Real quick, when you're talking about the OG Anunoby defensive instincts, that's the reason why the other couple of nights I've been saying that I would rather see him focus all that you just mentioned on defense without disrupting the apple cart, trying to get him to be a self-creator and all that stuff.
Wow.
Because if you just look at tonight, how he was a 3-and-D wing, notice most of the shots he took were those corner threes.
Yep.
And you see how effective that was against the Boston Celtics lineup that has 5 really good defenders in it. You know what I mean? And so with that said, I want to point out that OG Anunoby is an elite defender. At some point, we got to start giving kudos to Deuce McBride's defense. At some point, I don't ever see anywhere where Deuce McBride's defense is ranked anywhere analytics wise. But if you go by the eye test tells you that this guy has the potential to be an elite defender. Am I wrong on that, Justo, on Deuce McBride's defense? Or am I just a Knicks fan looking to butter the Knicks bread?
Nah, I feel like with when it comes to Deuce, like you said, it's an eye test thing, because when people don't see the game, like you don't see the numbers of deflections, you don't see the numbers of how many times he's like, made guys second guess their decisions. Like when you see him out there, Deuce isn't the guy who's lazy on defense. He's always looking of where the ball. He's like, he's like, all right, cool. You want to pass it? Easy. And when it comes to him, it's like he's also like processing the game at a level. Like it seems like he's getting better. Like each year he's getting better with it because he's understanding it more. Because the way he gets in the passing lanes, the way he I love even recently, I've noticed that some guys are just making tough shots over him, but he's making them make the fact it's got to be a tough shot. That's what I appreciate. Like because I'd rather that than for someone to play some lazy defense and then to get right to the spot, easy basket. Deuce, and no matter who he's guarding, he's always making sure there's that pressure. But I don't think it's a Knicks fan thing. I think because even if he goes to another team, he still executes it. Maybe not to the same level under Thibodeau, but he still can execute it very well. I do think though, it's taking a slight drop off with like his offense, like his offense kind of being a thing. Because I guess look nice, like exerting more energy. Like truth be told, I was kind of upset in that fourth quarter. I wanted Deuce to kind of like take the game over just a little bit, not in the sense of like go drop 25 or 20, but just that the whole run kind of cut that off.
Hey, Coach, hey, can you mute your mic while you're not rocking?
My bad, man. My mic just went through the roof.
Yo, I was talking to Queen the other day. Queen Steph on Dope Soul, and I was dropping the numbers, just average numbers for the team to put out on what we should do scoring wise, right? And the tough part is I was putting Brunson in the 30 to 35 range. It looks like he can do that easily.
What do you mean 30-35 range? What do you mean?
For him to score that much each game in the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't think it's a challenge for him to do that if we're playing the way we're playing right now, right? Once the people are spreading the floor and there's threat outside of him, I don't think it's a problem for him to put up 30 to 35.
Okay.
I started dropping the numbers for each player as to what number they should be in the range of. And whatever the numbers are, the way like even tonight worked out, us averaging between 112 to 120 a game is well within reach. It's not extravagant. Scoring 112 to 120 a game for us is not a difficult task. And then our defense, and then tonight it was all garbage time they scored, but our defense can actually keep teams in 102 to 110 a game. Even the Boston Celtics with all their stars. So us holding teams in the 110 range, us scoring in the average 112 to 118 range is a formula that looks like a championship team against anybody, in my opinion.
Let me ask you a little bit about that, but I want to get Coach to answer it. I'd love to hear Coach's analysis on this. Coach, you heard Wiz say that maybe that 110 to 112 range can help us, can have us in that championship contention. What do the Knicks have to do defensively in order for us to keep teams in that range?
I mean, first and foremost, we need to have one OG Anunoby healthy, number one.
Okay.
As long as he's on the court, locking down the other team's nuclear weapon,
right?
I feel everyone else on our team are good enough team defenders and way better than we've been in the past and last year at covering the perimeter. Because the only thing I think we're susceptible to are teams that just get smoking hot from three. And that's any NBA team. I mean,
right.
If a team gets hot from three, a lot of people are like, oh, just defend the perimeter. Like, you can't defend grown professional 6 foot whatever guys from shooting a three. You just can't D it up. There's just nothing you can do. Some of the times them guys just make shots. And the teams that are really good at passing the ball around, no human being's faster than a ball being passed.
Okay.
So what we have to do is keep following the Tibbs mantra of what he's been preaching with the defense. Like, I think right now,
I'll be right back.
Everyone has bought in on this team. Mm-hmm. And we showed in the first, yes, we did pretty well offensively. We've been better than this as a team offensively before. But the reason why we were up 30 in 3 quarters was we were locking that ass down.
Yes.
Period.
Yep.
And that's the difference. Like, as far as we have just with Brunson alone, we have enough offense running through. Because the thing that's great about Brunson's offense, he takes, yes, some of his shots seem like they're not high percentage, but the distance he is from the rim to him, there, no matter what body position he's in, once one of those toes are in that paint, that's like he can make those shots with his eyes closed. He probably does make them with his eyes closed all the time. So we're always like, I think he's just always gonna. The times he gets in trouble, I think, is when he's being forced to shoot outside a little too much, a little deeper than he. But his three's dropping really well this year. But the games that his three isn't dropping for us, I think once that's why I enjoy. It seems to me our defense is better when Brunson's scoring early. Like there's a lot of games where he has to get us back in the game, and I think the defense kept us in the game to that point. But like for some reason, I feel like as soon as we get that, it's like everyone else on the team feeds off of like, man, JB's on tonight, and then all of a sudden they get that energy, and OG, and I think just OG being there alone gives guys like Josh Hart and even Hart and Dante, they would have responsibilities they don't normally have because they're a lot of times they're defending out of position because OG's not there, because Randall's not there. Every night Josh Hart and Dante, they're covering guys they shouldn't be covering most of the time. But now OG is back in the house. Now Josh is more comfortable. Like, man, now I can just cover someone close to my size, a little bit, and same with Dante, So I just think an overall comfort comes, and I mean, I guess it's a long-winded answer to heck yeah. 110, 112 range is most definitely. I think if we do get the Pacers, although it does look like there's a log jam starting to happen because the Bucks beat the Magic tonight, so now the Magic and Pacers are tied. Yeah, I think the Magic have a tiebreaker right now.
Yeah, they do. They have it.
Yeah. So, but now tomorrow, it's gonna be Pacers and Cavs. So we don't know who we're playing in the first round because the Magic are dropping too. So it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, out of those three, I'd rather be the Cavs or Magic, because I think I don't want the Pacers in the first round because we're going to have to, no matter how good our D is, we're going to have to keep up. And we're gonna be running more in the first round. Yeah. Pause. We're going to be, they're going to be running up and down the court a lot more in that first round, So if we don't sweep their behind, we're going to have a little track meet going on.
Yeah, I don't think with that Pacers team I don't like is like a problem for us sometimes, like our transition defense. Like when teams really get the pace up and they start moving that ball, it's like we struggle to keep up. And I hate when it's early because it's always like a sign where like a team will get 8 fast break, probably like 8 fast break points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And it's like quick, and then Tibbs is pissed because he'll take a quick timeout. Because he's like, yo, come on. Like, you see guys running down the court. Like, I think that happened with the Bulls. Tom, I think that was the first game we played them. They fly up and down the court, and they're just throwing the ball. And they're like, he's like, come on. Like, a team like that, I would like to avoid. But me, because preferably, I'd rather play the Cavs. Because we've had their number time and time again. And plus, I see some Cavs fans say, it's not going to happen this year. I'm like, yo, we lost Brunson, and literally Josh Hart beat y'all.
Exactly. And the thing is, I just, man, I hate to say, I mean, I know I would bet big money we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals if Randall was in the house. But if I had to choose the two of importance as far as because right now I think offensively, God, I can't believe I'm even saying this. What a difference a year makes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confident in how just the amount of guys that can actually heat up on our team now.
Facts.
Between Dante, even McBride, you know, and
And even
Bogey.
Hart.
Yeah, Hart is like fine. And just Hart is just he just manufactures
Right.
points and stats somehow. It just happens. It's like you're all like you see him flying all over the place, and next thing you know, he's got 12, 15 boards and 10, 11 points already. I'm like, man, I don't even remember him scoring that much, you know?
Coach, I want to say real quick. You said with Randall, you think the Eastern Conference Finals?
Oh, I'm saying if we had Randall right now and have all hands on deck, I would throw big money on it right now that not only we'd be there, I mean, I would feel like I'm a betting man. We're gonna win that thing. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say because I feel like Brunson's playing his best basketball because he's kind of forced to. But then
Mhm.
now you give him a second option that can get you 25 and 10, and he can't get doubled. That just makes the game even easier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because with JB, it's like to me amazing because when guys usually like lose like another option, the game takes a little hit because or even let's say they spike up, they usually spike up for a few games, maybe like 2 3 games, 4 or 5 games. They don't usually spike up for the rest of the season, like 20% of the season where everything goes up, your numbers go up,
Hmm.
and it's consistent. It's not a thing where one night he's 30, one night he's 20, one night he's 45, one night he's 15. He's constantly dropping 30, 35,
Hmm.
40. Like and to him it's just you never see him like he's forcing it.
And you know the last 5 games, especially the last 4 games we've won, Brunson has put up 40 plus
Hmm.
on 25, then 24, then 23, then 20 shot attempts.
Right.
I
And
mean,
not
it's
even going
crazy.
to the
That's
free throw
his
line.
and then even this game, free throw line was only 5 times.
Hmm.
Because just means
Crazy.
his shot attempts are being completed with makes, efficient makes, and
Yep.
that's just scarier. That every time he's getting more and more efficient, and yet he keeps on averaging the 30 plus, and these guys are keen on him without a Randall. So I'm super confident.
I,
I mean, I'm like, and I really don't. I see possibility in this team sometimes because I know iHeart when he puts his mind to, he can put up 18. I know
mhm,
Josh can also. I know Dante can and OG can. So I'm talking about those 4 guys alone. Between the 4 of them, could easily put up 70 plus points,
mhm,
which means we got a point guard putting up 30 plus. Just as stars are going to put 100
mhm,
plus 105 points. So imagine our bench start to click. If Deuce, if Bojan, if Precious start to clutch and just do some decent 8 points each or something, we're putting up 130 plus point
mhm.
games. Sorry, man, I'm out in the LA drivers, man. But so I'm just like I would not be shocked if we go on a run where in regular without garbage time we're beating teams by 20 points consistently, and we're putting up 120 plus, and they're putting up low hundreds, if not 90s. I would not be shocked at that kind of
Mhm.
run. Even Indiana, even the
Right.
Pacers,
Mhm.
because if we smash them in their mouth like we can, and that's part of what we can do with like the Pacers, and let them think twice when they start running down the court.
Mhm.
We could actually have them second guessing themselves, and instead of running, they start to fall into half court game, and it's over after that.
Yeah.
It's over.
No, and I think, like I said, um, uh, Brunson, and I said this when we first got him. I was saying this is something that where he's been at every level. He just does what he needs to for his team to win. He's a winner. period. And you could see that he's had this in him, because look what happened in that Mavericks playoff series when Luka got hurt. And everyone was all surprised. You know, Brunson was in these scoring duels with what was it, the Jazz series or something? Who was it he was going against? I forget who they were playing, but he was putting up 30 in those games. And that's when he all of a sudden, you know, started becoming a little bit of a name. Like, oh man, what's this Brunson, man? He look at him scoring without Luka in the house. I just think, you know, and for anyone to say that even he doesn't want Randall around, come on, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that's in his thought at all. I think we'll welcome additional distraction from keying on him alone. I mean, we should. I mean, let's. By the way, let's just say what's up to the chat, man. Because
yes.
Alfonso Scott be baller forever. Quiet money, my man. Quiet money. Of course, Ala Wise, Wab Master. Miguel P. You know, Daniel. Andios NYK is my boy too, man. I think you guys see Just Nixon and all those cats.
Yeah, Virtuoso's in there too. I saw him up there
Alfonso,
earlier.
Scott, D Hall. Yo, salute to all you guys, man. Yo. And everyone smashing the like button. That'd be great also. But this team, I mean, I've had I'm gonna have to put on my negativity a little bit. People think it's negative, but I'm just being realistic. My only question about this playoff, only one question mark still stands for me. Do you know what that is, Coach?
What?
My only question mark that I need an answer for we won't know until the playoff starts. One question mark, and I'm not trying to slam him because I think he's done a great job, but I gotta see Tibbs on the pressure in the playoffs continue to do what he's been doing the past 10, 20 games or so.
Yes.
I have to see that. No one questions Tibbs. He's a great coach. He's a great regular season coach. I put him in top 10 all time, coach-wise. So no one says Tibbs sucks. I'll fire Tibbs right now. But I do say playoff time is where I want to see him make his money. And so until he shows him in his playoff, that it's not his fault why we lose any series at all, lose at all.
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
I'm just saying that people been saying I'm hard on Tibbs, and I'm only hard on Tibbs because I need to see him in the playoffs. I give him all his flowers for regular season. I give him all the credit, and I think he's a great. And no one's saying Tibbs. Well, not no one. Most of us will not say Tibbs sucks. Most people, most big fans love him. But
Wiz, that's what he was. This is what he was brought here for, right? For playoffs, right?
Oh man,
right? It's the reason why. It's the reason why Fizdale is no longer here.
Okay, I mean, was it for playoffs or was it to build the culture and get a mindset right, and then hand it off?
No. It was a combination of both. It's like cornbread, bro. It's like cornbread, right? It was for some of that, but some other stuff too. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? It's Tibbs was brought here to establish a culture, but he wasn't brought here to establish a culture of losing and developing lottery picks. He was brought here to establish a championship culture, and you win championships by making the playoffs, right? That's the way I figure it.
Right.
And so to your point of you need to see Tibbs see this thing through in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
But that's the same thing that everybody else is anticipating also, right? It's the reason why we put up with all that Tibbs nonsense of jerking guys in and out of the lineup, not playing guys, not talking to certain guys. all these things. Remember all that stuff Tibbs used to put players and fans through and all that stuff? It wasn't just because he was a jerky person. He was trying to figure out how to get this franchise to the playoffs.
Okay.
Right? Now, because think about it. Think about this. What if he didn't take the stance of I'm going to get this team to the playoffs? Deuce McBride wouldn't even be a Knick right now.
Nope.
He'd still be developing. Trying to develop guys. Man, let's see what Dennis Smith Jr. got, man. We got to continue to give him a chance, bro. He's too talented for us to let him go. We got to see what he's got, man. Frank Ntilikina, man, you drafted him in the top 10. We got to say, bro, think about all the top 10 picks that are gone, and Deuce McBride is still here.
Yep.
Facts.
Right?
True.
RJ, Knox, Obi,
Cam.
Quickly is not. Cam was. Dennis Smith Jr. was. I mean, think about all those guys. I mean, even Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Remember, Michael Kidd Gilchrist was a Knick also. Yeah.
Shaw Legacy, what's up, my man? What's the boy? Well, yo, Alfonso Scott. Last year, we didn't have the offense we have this year.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, we kept Miami on 110, and we didn't win because we didn't have the offense we have this year. This year's offense is a new animal.
Right.
This is totally different from last year.
It was to your point though about Tibbs. What if he does show you? What if he does show you something? Then how do you feel then? Because right now you feel a certain way, right?
So right now, I'm actually decided to go into a neutral stance for playoffs, but highly decorated, great admiration for his regular season right now. So right now he's in that positive regular season, and my playoff position right now, I am just totally neutral, no judgment. I'm just gonna wait for him to show what he's got.
So you're in a no flex zone right now, right?
Exactly.
No flex zone right now.
And that man showed me some stuff. I will personally go get the pen, nice, cross pen to help sign a contract to extend him
from Wall Street.
Exactly.
The
Mont Blanc. If you ever saw the Mont Blanc pen, I'll bring one to him. I'll brush his shoulders off, and I'll put the paper down, make sure it's nice and steady. So, okay, there it is, Tibbs.
Hey, we used to call, Wiz, I know it's so ghetto, so hood, right? But we used to call those Cadillacs. Like, nah, man, get that cheap pen out here. We trying to impress the client, man. Go get me some Cadillacs. You know what I'm talking about? You know the pens I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Go get some Cadillacs, man. Get these cheap box pens out of here, bro.
Exactly. The box.
Yeah, man.
I would personally, so I'm willing to do that, dude. I mean, again, for me, strong second round, I'm looking at giving him a contract. Strong second round. I don't want to have a lame duck coach next year for Tibbs. I don't think it's healthy.
Right,
mentally for the team.
But what's your mesh point? You have to explain your mesh point to us. Like what criteria? Like what has to happen for you to go get them Cadillacs and dust off the parchment paper for him to sign his extension? Like what do you need to see exactly? Like you know what I'm saying? And not putting your feet to the fire, but I'm just saying like about what do you expect?
Okay, so first round, I'm okay for us to be a little shaky at the start, but within 6 or better.
Okay.
But must win. It's a must win. First round is a must win, right? No question, right? That goes without saying.
Okay.
Second round, the team has to be a Milwaukee or Philadelphia playing their best game. And we end like we did with Miami at worst. The game 6 where we had a chance to take it. And if we get to that point against one of those two teams,
okay,
I would be satisfied. I'd be satisfied with going. I think it can take us over the edge next year because we had a lot of stuff going on this year, and we fought really hard. I'm going to throw in fatigue, all the factors that come into play.
Okay.
The we mentally drained because we put a lot into getting to where we are right now. But that would be it. Game 6, tough, hard-fought game. Worst case scenario, we lose that game, and we get ready for next year, looking for our full squad that has played together.
Okay, so you're telling us a perceived great run despite circumstances.
Yes. There we go. Well put.
Okay. So, Justo, you want? Hey, you know what? Let me throw my thing out here. Let me pause. Let me put my
crazy.
opinion out here.
No,
I don't want P Diddy looking for me, bro. Thought I told you that we won't stop. Bad boy for life. No,
Say you're a bad boy. Freezy.
So I think we absolutely have to give Tom Thibodeau an extension. And the reason why you extend Tibbs is not even based on his performance, right? You got to extend Tom Thibodeau because the environment that we're in right now, there is no better coach to coach this team in other places, right? Like, say for instance, if Tom Thibodeau entered the summer and going into the last year of his deal, and Eric Spoelstra was available, Joe Mazzulla was available, Mark Daigneault was available from OKC, Steve Kerr was available from Golden State, Greg Popovich was available from San Antonio, then I wouldn't extend Tibbs during the summer because I would like to see how the coaching carousel played itself out. Because if I can get a younger version of Tom Thibodeau that had innate offensive chops, then I might consider exploring that road, right? Notice I didn't say do it. I would explore it, right? If I could find if Taylor Jenkins from the Memphis Grizzlies, if he became available, like a 44-year-old Tom Thibodeau is out there, right? Looking for a new challenge, right? I don't know if I would extend Tibbs knowing the contract that I give him is going to take him into his 70s. And listen, I don't want this to be a thing about age, right? Because I'm not a ageist, sexist, racist, whatever it is. I don't care nothing about that stuff. Basically, where I am is it's more likely for a younger person to have newer, fresher ideas than somebody it's the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Right? Trust me, Wiz, trust me. I'm trying to teach my pug to stop smoking. He loves cigarettes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach him to stop smoking, man. And I got a you ever seen a dog with a patch on his arm? The niggerette patch. So, but anyway, the point that I'm getting at is I would explore the open market before I commit long term to Tibbs. If the market showed me that there are other coaches out there that are similar or better than Tibbs, but maybe 20 years younger and more innovative on offense, you got to explore it.
So at what point, though, after this season, do you extend Tibbs? Pre-draft, trading option deadline, somewhat pre.
No, I'm doing exactly what you said. You said you don't want your coach to be a lame duck coach going into his 5th season, right?
Right.
Well, the 5th season starts July 1st, right?
Ooh. Okay. Good point. I was talking about the start of the season itself. I'm thinking about okay.
Can I throw in one more point while you making that point? The reason why I say do the extension around July 1st is because what happens is free agency is impacted by the stability of your organization.
Okay.
So based on how free agents react to knowing that Tom Thibodeau may get an extension, then I take that into play as well, right? What if Donovan Mitchell wants to come here? What if he's going to request a trade from Cleveland, but he's like, I'm only going to be there if Tibbs is there, or I'm only going to say it if Tibbs is not there, right?
Oh, that's fair.
So you want to weigh your options, and I know it seems like I'm putting a puzzle together with blindfolds on, but sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes that's just how it is. You have to play the cards that you're dealt, right? So it's as simple as this. To simplify it, I want Tibbs to be here, right? I really, really want Tom Thibodeau to be here, right? I really like Tibbs. I think he's done an outstanding job. I think this season he's the NBA Coach of the Year in my mind, right? Right. But if I get murmurs out of South Beach that Eric Spoelstra wants to coach the Knicks, and I have Tom Thibodeau here already, wouldn't that be a bad move? Wouldn't that, in the words of Ryan Cleveland, wouldn't that be malpractice for me not to explore bringing Eric Spoelstra to New York?
Yeah, you gotta look at it.
You have to at least explore it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to Tibbs. Listen, it's no disrespect to Tom Thibodeau. He knows the business. He traded Zach LaVine, and Zach LaVine had a torn ACL. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how the business goes, right? My thing is explore all the options first. The season, bro, think about, man, it's April, bro. It's about to be May. We're just talking about a 2-month window to give Tom Thibodeau his contract extension. If Tibbs can't wait 2 months for a contract extension, then are we really dealing with the right person, bro? I mean, think about it. It's mid-April, right? It's mid-April. So we're 10 weeks away from free agency. Tibbs can't wait 10 weeks.
Good point. I didn't want to get away from this enjoyment of today's game, but I do still got to look at the future because I think we can do it this year. But realistically, I got to prepare for next year as well.
Right.
And so basically in your world, you can see a Knicks starting next year with Spoelstra at the helm and no Randall. Possibly even no Mitch.
Wiz, what if Jay Wright only wanted to take a year or two off from college basketball, and this summer he announces that he's interested in getting back into coaching?
Wow.
Right? Like wow. Say your perfect scenario. Like say we make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and we lose in a gentleman's sweep because we didn't have Randall. Right? So say we make the Eastern Conference Final, we didn't make the finals because we didn't have an all-star that can help Brunson get over the hump. Are we really going to say no to exploring the Jay Wright option?
Wow.
You feel me? You see how complicated it gets? And none of this is disrespectful to Tom Thibodeau. Tibbs, if you watching, bro, we appreciate we appreciate what you're doing.
We love you, Tibbs.
Yeah, we appreciate what you're doing. But that's like having Prince on stage, right? And Prince is on stage doing Purple Rain, and you got 10 minutes left in the show, and you find out Michael Jackson might want to get on the microphone. Oh. Are you gonna be like, I'm scared to tell Prince that Michael Jackson want to get up here and do Beat It? No, I'm walking right on stage and telling Prince, hey man, no disrespect, but Michael Jackson is out here and he want to come up here and do, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's So for instance, Justo, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I love this music called reggae, right? I love this music called reggae. One of my favorite artists is a dude called Peter Tosh because he speak common sense, right? He talk about common sense stuff, right? If Peter Tosh was on the microphone, bro, and he had about 15 minutes left in the show, and a light-skinned dread dude that made Three Little Birds or No Woman No Cry just wanted to get on the stage for a few minutes and sing I Shot the Sheriff, you think I'm gonna be like, nah?
Never.
Nah, man. No, bro. Nah, man.
I mean,
No, man.
I don't think it's a bad option because even with Tibbs, like, he's not going to be far. It's not like Tibbs is going to disappear.
Right.
He's going to be a part of the organization somewhat, some way. It might not be coaching, but he's going to be there. But I get your idea if you don't want to be in that thing where it's like Popovich, like, hey, let's just lock him down and keep him here forever because after a while that some of the things might get a little outdated. And you kind of need someone who's kind of more open to adjusting things, you know? And it's not, I'm not, like you said, we're not knocking Tibbs. To me, I think he did an amazing job. You lose your front court. You don't really have a great number 2 option without Randall there. And you're still keeping up great above water, you know? But like you said, it doesn't hurt
it's
to
not
get younger.
personal, it's business.
Nah, never. It's never.
It's not personal, it's business, bro. That's as simple as we can put it.
You see KG in Boston. He said, you want to chip and everything, but this team in Brooklyn, they got all these picks. No, man, we love y'all. Thank you for everything, but you gotta walk. You see Marcus Smart, harder team, hair green. Maybe you look at Marcus, but you gotta go to Memphis. It's
bro,
business.
That as a matter of fact, bro, that's the dude I want the Knicks to pick up this summer.
I like that too.
Marcus
like
Smart,
that too.
bro.
Marcus Smart?
Marcus Smart, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I would,
He should be cheap too.
but before you get there, I'm gonna say at least one thing about Tiz real quick. I feel like the thing that I feel like people don't really appreciate compared to other coaches is that what he's done is that, which I know you've said it. I've heard Wiz say it. I've heard Dre say it. Coach say it. He's taken players that have gone around teams and never had their full potential, and they come here and they're playing the best basketball of their careers. And at that, we're doing it in a way where people see us and say, "Hey, they might win it all if it all goes right." So you got to get credit for that, because guys, just because I told somebody about that, I said, "Man, he got them playing great basketball," but the guy said, "Well, they have to because like, what are they going to do?" But I'm like, "Yeah, but Josh Hart played for the Pelicans. He played for the Lakers. He didn't do none of this. Randall played for the Pelicans. He wasn't this." You see Brunson, he had a flash against the Jazz, and that was it.
Right.
These guys never played to this level until they got here. And once they get here, they're playing basketball so great that everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Because remember, people used to kill Tibbs when they came to play the young dudes. I was one of them guys. I was like, why he's not playing Cam? You see Cam on the Lakers?
Oh my God.
Sometimes unplayable. You see, the kid's not even in the league anymore. You're talking about, and then you see you over here asking like, matter of fact, remember we had Reggie Bullock, he's on the Rockets, and I don't even see him play. He's taking these guys who and making the most of them, and I'm like, yo, we gotta appreciate that. That ain't easy. That is not easy. We done seen a lot of coaches how to do that, and it doesn't work. It is not easy, but but I agree with you though. For Marcus Smart, I would like a guy like that. I would like a guy like that too.
Right. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Just real quick. When it comes to Marcus Smart, what attribute do you think he could really contribute when it comes to like coming here that we don't have already?
Nothing. None of that. What there's a spot in our roster that we need to have filled. It's that Alec Burks spot.
Okay.
Right. So I'm not asking him to come here and replace Deuce or replace Dante or replace. If we need this Swiss Army knife in the backcourt, and we brought Alec Burks here to replicate that, and he couldn't. And we brought Shake Milton here to replicate that, and he couldn't. But by bringing in Marcus Smart, you bring Marcus Smart in to get those Alec Burks minutes, so that you can help a team make it through the season healthy. Right. The thing is, the reason Jalen Brunson carried a large load this season because nobody, bro, you notice when we took Jalen Brunson out of the game tonight, Boston cut a 20-point lead in like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Chat. The Marcus Smart thing is to prevent what you saw tonight. When Jalen Brunson went to the bench, Boston cut a 20-point lead in 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
That's true. That's a little scary because actually my first response reaction to you when you said Marcus Smart was, man, I need a 6'8", 6'10", 3-and-D to back up Julius and OG. But not to mention that, man.
The reason why Boston cut that lead in 6 minutes is because Dante DiVincenzo and Deuce McBride, no disrespect to them, are not primary ball handlers. They're not.
No, not. It's obvious.
Deuce McBride is more of a complementary ball hand. For instance, if you notice Kyle Lowry is not a primary ball handler, right? Kyle Lowry over the years is a point guard that's a secondary ball handler next to excellent ball handling guards and wings.
Yeah.
Right. You notice when Kyle Lowry was the point guard of Toronto, they didn't win a championship, right? But as soon as Pascal Siakam got a major role, when Kawhi Leonard got a major role, when Fred VanVleet got a major role, Kyle Lowry excelled and they won a championship. Right. So just because you're not one thing doesn't mean you are not a contributor. Deuce is just not that primary guy yet. Right. I don't think he'll ever be that. I don't think he'll ever be a Chris Paul type point guard. That's not his lane. His lane is the Kyle Lowry type point guard. We're in a motion type offense where everybody is touching the ball and is crisp passing. Everybody's touching it. Maybe a big man that can pass. Maybe a wing guy that can pass and all of that stuff. But he contributes.
Of course, you know I'm going to object to my CP3 GP Steph Stockton 2.0. You know, this summer I'm taking Deuce, into the desert with CP3 and Magic and Jason Williams and Jason Kidd, and he's going to be like, going to come back, no look passes, elbow behind the back passes, some inside out. He's going to be ankle breaking every time he dribbles the ball. Ankle breaks every time.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna get Deuce to do?
What?
Take a break. Take 3 weeks off from basketball and rest.
Ah.
Period. Don't even look at a basketball or anything basketball related. Right?
Okay.
Come July when your season's over, hopefully, and I say 3 weeks with the anticipating we're gonna be in a conference finals or NBA finals, right?
Right.
So then come July, Deuce, what I want you to do is get your stamina up through the ceiling, right? Because you're good at a lot of stuff, but when where he falls short at is when he's exhausted. And Tibbs, and to be honest with you, I'm not saying that Deuce is not in great shape. What I'm saying is Deuce's contribution comes when he plays large doses of minutes. Right? When Deuce plays large doses of minutes, you see his immediate impact. Right?
Yeah.
So when I'm telling Deuce, I recognize that. I recognize that you play best when you play 35, 40 minutes. And so what I want you to do is get that stamina all the way up. I want you to ramp all the way up. so that you can give me all of that energy when it comes time for you to be that 40-minute a night guy. And listen, it's not gonna Deuce is not a starter, right? But there are
Right.
gonna be times next season when Jalen Brunson bumps his elbow or does like tonight where he injured his wrist and knee in the same game,
Mm-hmm.
right? If we were not in a playoff race, say for instance, if this was game 10 coming up and not game 81, we would have sat
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride would have started tonight against Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But since we're pursuing the 2 seed, Jalen Brunson has got to play on a night on a back-to-back in a different city, right? With the boo-boos he got from tonight,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so if this was game 10, I would have sat Brunson and been like, hey man, Deuce is gonna play tonight. Just take these next 2 games off. And you've seen when Deuce gets a lot of minutes, he gets into what they call a flow of the game, right? When he
Yeah.
gets into the flow of a game, you see elite level defense. You even see him looking to shoot the 3,
Mm-hmm.
hunting for it, searching for it, daring the defense to give it to him, right? But when he's playing that 12 to 14 minutes, I don't know, when you get in, when you fit in, it's hard to be in that role. Ask Bogdanovich. Look how long it took Bogdanovich to get comfortable.
Oh, a long time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my thing with Deuce. With Deuce, I'm not trying to make him something that he's not. What I'm going to do is polish up the rough surfaces of what he already is. That's what I do, right?
Okay.
And I know I said mine. Wiz said his eloquently, and I could see where Wiz is going with it. I understand where Wiz is going with his, and I know I went all the way around the world to say how I felt about it, right?
Yep.
But the thing about it is I think Deuce is already there. He just needs to refine some stuff. We just have to recognize Wiz for what he is. It's like Justo. It's like on these panels, bro. Some people are moderators, and some people are analysts. Like in these live streams, some people want to talk. Like me and Wiz. Wiz and I are like Derek Fisher and Kobe. I want to be Derek Fisher. I don't want to be Kobe. That's my thing. I don't. That's not my thing with this microphone. I don't want to be. People are saying, hey man, you should do. Nah, bro. I want to be Derek Fisher. I don't want to be Kobe. I will bring everybody else up and let them be Kobe. And so the thing with Deuce is, why not just let him be Derek Fisher, bro?
Right. Good point. I like that actually.
That's not bad.
Because he's still young, man. He's still got a lot of time, years ahead of him to keep on taking one more step and one more piece of his game if he chooses to add. But the finding what he has right now would be a huge jump for the team.
Right.
A huge jump.
Right.
I mean, but it's like he's still young. He has a lot of time to still develop his game. He can't really just. I mean, even now, it's not something he has. It takes time to add a lot of things to your game. It's just gonna take him time, but I'm not gonna knock for it. It's something that I mean, like you said, Freeze, if you get a Marcus Smart, he can help it. Maybe he can teach you something. Hey man, next time you go up the court, you're gonna do this. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna go at this angle. He could teach you something probably. So and plus he's here on an amazing contract. So it's not like we're stressing. Oh man, we gotta pay this dude. We're
Right.
good. We're good. But
Right. And
I think
then think about your bench. When you bring in Marcus Smart, your bench unit is Marcus Smart and Deuce in the backcourt. Your forwards are Josh Hart and Precious, and your center is Mitchell Robinson. Is that
that
not
could
the
be
best defensive unit in the game?
a starting lineup somewhere.
Right.
You're good.
Yeah, man. And so that's about. Let me do this. Hey, so everybody, we are doing the members only show at 9 a.m. So we're doing the members only joint at 9 a.m. So all the members of the channel, be aware that we'll be in the house at 9 a.m. for members only. It's an exclusive. I think we may have BK Steph coming through rocking with us on the members only joint.
What?
She may. We don't know for certain, but y'all know how it is. If she can do it, she'll do it. If she can't, she can't. But so BK Steph may be in the house for our members only joint. And also we're putting stuff out there for Patreon. We're trying to do better with the Patreon page and get some content out there, like some exclusive stuff for Patreon and all of that. So be aware of that. We're trying to rekindle the Patreon page and all of that stuff. So but Wiz, what if Tibbs wins the championship? What are you gonna do? this summer with this team, if Tibbs wins the championship?
Wow. This team, Tibbs wins with this team right now, as is.
Yep.
I hate to say this, man. I don't want to say it. You gotta call me a hater. I'm gonna move Randall and run it again with the pieces like the Smart and a 3-and-D backup.
So what are you moving Randall for? Like, what are you looking to get in return?
A combination of something like a Smart and a Laurie Markkinen. Even though I wouldn't want to mess with the starting lineup, but I would do it. Tyree Eason type, something where it's just a player who's looking to grow, who has the skills to back up if needed, but I want to run the same units back again. It's tough to mess with success for me, and I think even adding Randall is messing with success if we win it the way we are constructed. Therefore, I got to find a player who will be less impactful in the way we play and more of a, like a piece that simply is able to an accessory, not a main article.
Okay. All right. So you want to bring in another journeyman type
along that, journeyman with a startable
with a pedigree, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Because how many teams has Laurie Markkinen played for?
4. I think 4. Because it was the Wolves, the Cavs, the Bulls, and now the Jazz.
Yes.
And so the Knicks would be his 15.
Yep.
He'd be Dante.
He could be Hartenstein.
I Hart. Yep.
Yeah. He could be Josh Hart.
Exactly. He'll be exactly. He'll be one of our mutts.
Yeah. He'll be part of the dog pound, right?
Yep.
So Justo, let me ask you. Let me get your answer. What if Tibbs wins the championship this year, what would you do?
Tibbs wins the championship this year. I'm be honest with you, because I have the mindset of like the rich get richer. Because I feel like winning the championship will be the worst case for the league. Because you're telling me my number one option could win without a number 2 option. I would say Randall has to go, but I'm not saying Randall has. I'd probably go like Laurie Markkinen and I try to give me like Malik Monk. I don't care how we do it. I don't care who we move. I don't care how to. I feel like I want to capitalize on this team and make it the most destructive team that when anytime we play, I want to be the favorites for the next 4 years. I don't care what any team wants or any team has. I want to be the best team for the next 4 years, so that we can just capitalize on anything possible. That's for me. That's my mindset. Personally speaking, I like to keep Randall. I think with everything we've had, I think it's gonna work.
Hey, Justo, you sound like Computer Love, bro.
I do?
Yeah, you sound like Computer Love just now.
So I'm good now, or it still sounds like it?
Yeah, you sound like T-Pain right now.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go and come back.
Okay. So Wiz, Wiz, if Tibbs wins a championship with this team,
Mm-hmm.
first thing I'm doing is I'm giving Leon Rose a lifetime contract, no paperwork.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
chat.
I
If
can't disagree with that.
chat,
I'm good now.
yeah. Hey, you sound great, bro.
Okay.
If without if Tibbs wins a championship with this team, first thing I'm doing is I'm giving Leon Rose and Worldwide West and all those guys a lifetime contract, no paperwork, bro. I'm spitting in the palm of my hand and shaking with them. That's what I'm doing, bro.
No doubt about it.
Legit lifetime contract, no paperwork. I don't need no paperwork, bro. We ain't never going to the paper, bro.
Freezy.
Yo,
I'm so committed. I told my girl, I said, baby, right? I've taken this Knicks fandom from my brother. It went to me. I said, if they win a chip, I'll marry you on the spot. I will go to the garden in front on the spot.
bro,
I
that's what I'm
marry.
saying.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. And that ain't the only thing, though. That's not the only thing I do. Man, I'm extending the front office, bro. Lifetime contract, no
Oh
paperwork,
yeah,
bro.
that's good. Yeah,
And
that's
and,
it.
and with Tibbs and with Tom Thibodeau ain't just good for the night, bro. Like I'm walking down there holding the Larry O'Brien trophy. I'm looking at Tibbs. I'm like, Tibbs, you're not just good for the night, bro. You good for life,
That's it.
right? Right. You know what I'm saying? These are I'm gonna reward them for doing something that 15 other front offices could not do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm legit gonna let them know, bro, y'all good. All they gotta do is walk up to me. Man, listen, they ain't gotta even tell me what they doing. If they win a chip and Justo, if they mess around and win 2 chips
Oh, it's over.
back to
Oh,
back,
Oh, it's over.
if they win 2 chips back to back, bro, all they gotta do is walk up to me and tell me to cut the check.
That's it.
Right. I'm just gonna cut the check, bro. They were like, yo, we need to do something. Nah, bro, I don't care. I already, cut the check.
You
Right.
need what? Do you need 2 more zeros? 3 more zeros? And I'm out of.
Yeah, I'm just cutting the check, bro. Because as a Knicks fan, think about it. As a Knicks fan, we've been through so much stuff. When we finally get on top of the mountain, getting to the top of the mountain is not the time to get petty,
No,
right?
never.
Getting to the top of the mountain is
And you
the
need it?
time.
You need it?
And when you get to the top of the mountain, that's the
Okay,
time.
guys.
Because I'm sure guys. I feel like remember when the Warriors were on top of the mountain with KD, they got petty. Because remember when they talked about KD and he was like,
I'm out of one.
KD can get the max.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
They was like, remember they was like, oh, can KD get the max? He's like, well, he's not Steph, so I don't know. That's not the time to do that.
Draymond ran KD off, bro.
Oh yeah,
Draymond cost them 4 more championships.
right. Easily.
Right.
When you at the top,
They got petty when
yeah.
Draymond cost them a chip because they got petty. They were like, man, it's about the team, man. It's not about a player, blah blah blah. Bro, you won 3 out of 4 championships. 2 of them you won with Kevin Durant, and you out here all of a sudden, we gonna keep Draymond Green over Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Wiz, we gonna keep Draymond Green over Kevin Durant, bro.
Mind you. You got KD. You didn't get too young KD. You didn't get over the hill. You got him exactly in the middle of his prime with 2 of the greatest shooters in their prime, and 2 guys who both just got MVPs.
Right.
It was you guys had the perfect situation. All you had to do was say, hey, everybody getting paid.
All they had to do was cut the check.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Wiz, that's what I'm doing. Listen, man. Matter of fact, I generally don't trust people with my checkbook, but if Leon Rose win us 2 championships the next couple of years, I'm giving him the checkbook, bro.
Wow.
I'm not trading Randall. I'm not letting Precious go.
Nope.
I'm not trading Mitch.
Mm-mm.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Yo, if you win a championship with Burks and Bogey on the roster,
They staying.
they
Staying.
staying.
Mm-mm.
They staying, bro.
Mm-mm.
We got some. We got something. Wiz, you remember how Pop Dukes used to tell us how to drive, and like cars would pass you on the other side, you'd be like all nervous, or it start raining when you first learn how to drive and all that. And Papa Doc could be like, man, just hold it in the road, bro. Hold it in the road. Yo, that's what I'm saying. If we win a championship, bro, just hold it in the road.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But you really not worried that that winning without Randall is fine with bringing Randall back?
Did you say winning?
The chip, the playoffs.
You said winning without Randall is fine. It is that what you're asking me?
No, winning bringing him back would be a smart move.
No, so you're asking me, is winning a chip with Randall injured and then bringing him back next year okay?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. He won a chip.
Yeah, bro. When you win a chip, everything changed.
So you wouldn't be worried about the chemistry and the flow and everything. Because it's still Randall. Like the man's the ball, demands some attention, and demands a certain style of play.
I think you're looking at it the wrong way. I think you're looking at it in a thing where it's like, we were dominant the entire way without Randall, and then if Randall comes, he's going to disrupt the apple cart. What I think we should be looking at is if we won a championship with Randall hurt, imagine how many championships we can win with Randall healthy. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay. I'm also trying to get Smokey Nick to jump on. Because I'm sure Smokey Nick if he's listening right now and heard me say trade Randall, he's losing his mind.
He's somewhere counting money, bro. He's somewhere counting. Yo, Big Nick Energy is in the building. Hey, Big Nick Energy. I was watching the Windy City Breeze, I think is the name of the joint. They were talking Chicago Bears football, and they mentioned Big Nick Energy like 6 times. They're like, yo, you not afraid of the Big Nick Energy? I was like, Big Nick Energy? I heard that name somewhere before. So shout out to Big Nick Energy making waves across the country. See y'all. Yeah, man.
I wanted to say something real quick that I heard that like to me it's kind of mirroring this current situation. Shaq talked about when he was in Miami and how they were going through the season and how towards the end, I think he said Stan Van Gundy, I think Stan was the coach at the time being. He said, I Stan, hey man, like like with the first seed, can I go sit out? I only feel like playing today. Stan was like, no, you're gonna go play. He was like, I went out there, went through the motions. He said, I went out and I got hurt. So he said I think the first round they played Detroit, and then Detroit knocked them out. And I'm like, I'm seeing that kind of shades in Boston. Like I know Missoula sometimes coaching decisions are kind of weird to me, especially like in the clutch. It seems like he makes a lot of weird decisions. But it's like this team I'm noticing a lot of times they're just like throwing their jerseys on the floor. Like, man, we're Boston. Man, just let us hit all these threes and just like get out the way. Right. And it's like every time I'm seeing this team, it's like because obviously I've seen Monday games, the Boston games, but when I do see them in these big games, unless they're making 75 threes, they don't look scary.
Right.
No one to me looks scary. There's not a team that looks scary. I'm looking and going, we got to see them. Right. So I'm like, well, our team is like, it's so special. We got a guy who's elevating beyond. Like, because mind you, when Brunson got here, no one's seen him averaging 35 for a month. No one's seen that.
Nah.
He came in. I said he'll probably. I remember I watched the Jazz series, and I'm like, yo, he could probably like a 19-7 guy. Okay, probably maybe 3 threes. I did not see him averaging 35. I did not see him putting up 61.
Right.
I didn't see this, so
That's okay though. That's okay.
yeah.
As fans, as fans, it's okay for us not to have all the answers all the time. Sometimes we just have to enjoy the ride, right? I think that's the reason why sometimes the fan base gets angry and toxic at times, because they want to be the predictor of every event, and if things go against their prediction, they feel crossed, and it makes them toxic for a moment or two. Sometimes people get toxic and stay toxic, like they poison the well, so to speak. The water will never be fresh, right? But what I'm saying as a Knicks fan, sometimes it's just cool just to sit back and watch things play out.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all the answers, right? Sports is entertainment, right? You don't have to know all the moves and all of that stuff, and they don't have to do everything that you say. If you're a real fan of a real team, at times just sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of the fans always assume that they know better, but you have to understand there's more that goes into basketball than just a trade or a signing, or he needs to start, he needs to be on the bench. Because if that's the case, we beat the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets sat there and said, trade everything. Let's get KD, Kyrie, and Harden. You know what? We don't need a coach. Get Steve Nash. They'll figure it out. And they've gone just as far as us.
Right.
And the crazy part is, we're now the better team. And all those guys are gone. It's like, sometimes as fans, we gotta understand. Sometimes we think we know what's best, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that we have no idea about. I just found the whole thing with Grant Williams leaving the Mavs was because it was a whole internal thing, and it's stuff that we don't have any idea about.
Well, he just wasn't a good fit for them.
Oh yeah, but I heard. I'm not sure you heard about the whole story that happened in practice.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, like that. It's all these things that go on behind the scenes. But like you said, bad fit and everything, but it's a lot more than what we see. Because
he wasn't a good personnel fit for them, bro.
Yeah, remember last year when Tim started sitting Cam and everybody was mad. Oh, damn, Tim's is messing things up. He needs to play Cam. Because we always assume that we know better. Yeah. And then Cam goes along, and then he's exactly what he was when he was here.
Yeah, Cam Reddish is trash.
Yeah, he's a guy where, and out of every 30 games, he'll give you one game where he'll hit 4 threes, and he'll look like he's that guy. And the rest of the games, he'll go and give you practically nothing.
And so just real quick to wrap up the championship talk real quick. So before we go down the other road of development, because I feel like that's where we're going. To the championship thing, Wes, what I liken it to is the first time you kissed somebody else romantically, right? Like the first time you kissed a girl, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And that moment, you knew the world would never be the same, right? You know how you remember like when you were a kid, you like 6 years old, you know what I'm saying, and your Aunt Barbara walk in the door and she kiss you on the forehead. Come in, nephew, and she kiss you on the forehead. You got the big lipstick thing above your eye. You like, ew, get off me, auntie, that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But then you walk around the block and you see Peaches. And Peaches have a crush on you, and you have a crush on Peaches, and y'all sneak into the, between the two, and y'all sneak in the alleyway between the two houses, and then she kiss you on the lip, and then hold your hand for a little bit, and you feel like a man, and you feel like you be 11 years old, and all of a sudden you got bass in your voice. That's what I think. That's what I think it's like with the championship thing. With the championship thing. Is once you get that kiss from a rose, life is never the same, right? So once you get that kiss from a rose, do you take that rose and throw it away and search for another rose, or do you try to stay in that moment? And if you're the Knicks, what I would suggest is if you ain't had a kiss from a rose in over 50 years, you finally get that kiss from a rose. my suggestion is stay in that moment as long as you can, because you don't know if it's going to be another 50 years or another 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Because you search your entire adult life to get here, and then when you get here, do you mess it up by saying, "Yo, instead of a kiss from a rose, I want 2 kisses from a rose," right? I think you just like just stay in the moment. That's the reason why I say keep Randall, keep Burks, keep Bogey, keep Deuce, keep Sims, keep everybody.
Keep Toppin, Jacob.
Yep. Daquan Jeffries, Charlie Brown. You know, Charlie Brown probably over there talking about, why is everybody always picking on me? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man! But
You
would you bring in?
remember that song?
So you mean that you wouldn't bring in Smart in that case?
If we have an empty roster spot, I'd bring in Smart.
Okay.
But
you wouldn't bring in the rookies, right? You wouldn't draft in the rookies?
I would draft some rookies too. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But the ones that won you the chip, because think about this. Think about this, Wiz. The Boston Celtics have, I think, the most or second most NBA championships in NBA history, right? Right?
Yep.
But do you know they have one NBA championship since 1986?
I know.
Right? We look at Boston as if they're a championship franchise.
They're not.
They have one championship since 1986. Right? Think about this. Think about the kiss from the rose analogy that I used, right?
Right.
And the pun is gonna fit. The pun is gonna fit perfect, right? Think about this: the kiss from a rose analogy. You're the Chicago Bulls, right? The Chicago Bulls had a last dance because they felt like they needed to rebuild the team, even though the players wanted to keep that team together. They broke that team up in order to rebuild and get younger, right? When's the last time the Chicago Bulls won a championship?
Dang.
The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And they brought in a rose. They brought in a rose that was supposed to get them to a championship, right?
Yeah.
They brought in a rose and they still don't have a championship. So the point that I'm getting at is when you get it right, stay in that moment, bro.
Okay. So Randall will be like adding Kevin Durant to the Warriors that year, right? If we keep Randall for next year.
I don't know. I don't want to figure that out. I don't want to figure that out because I don't know if finding the answer to that is as important as that feeling of popping champagne. Justo, just you're the third person up here, so you're the odd number person, so you'll be the tiebreaker, right? Which is more important to you, celebrating that championship and drinking champagne, or trying to figure out what to do with Randall after the fact?
I think I'm trying to figure out. I think how much champagne I'm gonna have that night,
bro. With the ski goggles at, baby. With the ski goggles.
That's it, cause I got a friend who's a Toronto Raptors fan. He talks about that day like it happened yesterday. Every time he's like, man, I just remember, man, when the confetti came and I was like, yo, see that feeling?
Man.
That feeling, man, when
that's 5 years ago, bro.
5 years ago.
Man.
That's it. And I'm like, yo, you just to have, mind you. Yeah, I find this. Yeah, think about it. Freezy, remember you said how Boston's been basically since what? You said 80, 83? They had one champion. 86. They had one championship.
86. Yeah.
LeBron won in 2020, and people said that's not enough. Right. I said not enough. You give me one. I'm shutting up.
Man.
You give me one.
Yes.
And then I'm like, yo, you're gonna understand. It's gonna mean so much because this is a city where you see all these big stars run everywhere else. They run everywhere else, but not here. And then we get the one. That's how I tell people. The guy who wins it will be immortal. You'll be immortal.
Right.
You're good. You're good. You're the
Wiz,
man.
you remember last summer? Wiz, you remember last summer when I talked about maybe trading for LeBron? Remember that?
Hell yeah.
So last summer when the season was over, I was like, "Yo, I would even consider trading for LeBron." And Catch roasted me, but I could never get to the point. The point that I was trying to make in that conversation is not that LeBron James would be 2012 LeBron James, but every organization LeBron James goes to wins an NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And Cleveland, this is for you. The Heatles, the bubble chip, all those things occurred. Those things actually happened, right?
So, yeah.
Those things actually happened, man. You know, I mean, now it's probably a little bit too late, but what I'm saying is when you're in that championship moment, that's what Wiz, if Tom Thibodeau wins the championship this year, he got a lifetime contract, no paperwork.
I know. I was going to ask you that question because exactly, even I would be helping Tom sign that. I'll sign it for him. I'd forge signature.
Yeah.
I'd forge signature. I'll be like, you coming back. I don't care what you want to do.
Yeah.
You coming back.
He got a lifetime contract, no paperwork. We ain't even worried about the paperwork. His word good. His word is good. My word is good for him. He not good for today. He's good forever.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, I feel like Tibbs could work at any daily. You'd be like, TT,
exactly.
What you want? Don't worry
about
it. Wow,
that would change the narrative forever.
You see Kawhi? They was like, yo, if you stay here, man, any restaurant free.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. He won't even have to worry about. He won't even have to worry about how much he getting paid because he won't have to pay for nothing in the city anyway.
Exactly. Because in that moment, they stayed in that moment. They said, "Nah, we won, man. We good. This whole summer we good."
Right. Somebody would give him a penthouse, some penthouse in some building, be like, "You can have it.
Right.
You can stay there. Whatever."
Yeah. It's like the people who are like, "Hey, like, well, this is my birthday, but hey, man, this is my birthday weekend. This whole weekend we gonna celebrate. Cause this whole thing right here is my moment. It's for me, and that's how I feel like when we win the chip, man. That I tell people." The summer we win the chip, New York City will be unrecognizable.
Yes.
Right.
Oh man.
In a good way though. In a good way. But yeah, like man, just you gotta understand, because the end all be all for because people always try to dumb it down, but the end all be all every year, you're fighting to go get the Larry O'Brien. That's the goal every year. That's the only reason why it's the only reason why they suit up every night. They don't suit up to go, hey, I'm gonna go make some money and cool. All right, cool. You want to do that? Cool. But us fans, we sit here, we push our money out every single time. We cheer every single time, so that one day you can stand in the confetti can fall on us.
Yes.
So that in the street we can run around and cheer and hug each other for the fact that we at the top, we at the pinnacle.
Started at the bottom, now we here.
Yeah.
So, Wiz, what do we have to do to win a championship?
Man, I think it's right in front of us, man. I think tonight's game was a blueprint, and we need to just make two small tweaks in tonight's game, and that is our bench. Primarily, man, Deuce he's got to hit a couple of those shots. I mean, obviously, Brunson may have been put up 39, he may put up 30. So I want 8 more points somewhere. Even though we still won by 20. Let's say 20. Let's cut it in half.
Yeah.
The garbage time took us from 30 down to what, 9?
Right.
But we really were up.
Yeah.
We really were up by 30. But let's say we won by 15 or 20, which means Brunson could have hit only 30 points, and we still would have won by 5 or 10, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like that balance scoring from the bench a little bit more. So that means I need to have, whether it's Precious or Deuce or even Mitch, give me 6 to 8 points. 2 of them give me 6 to 8 points extra, just to make sure that we can depend only on Brunson putting up 40. But otherwise, I still see Mitch is not fully healthy. If we play like we did tonight,
Mitch ain't healthy, bro.
He's not fully there. I mean, it could be psychosomatic, You know, it may not be purely physical.
Yeah.
It could just be his mindset. It could be the conditioning, yes. It could be the rust.
Could be just rusty. Yeah.
It could be just rusty. But whatever it is, we need to have to get to that to not even the Mitch, DPOY. It could be Mitch, solid Mitch from even the Cavs game last year, right? I mean last playoff.
Right.
That kind of Mitch where he still has, things to tweak. Don't give me that, 4 blocks, 14 rebound in 25-minute Mitch. Give me, 8 boards, 2 blocks, and 4 to 5 deflections. And most of all, like 8 or 10 deterrence, intimidation, presence.
Right.
And so that's all what we need, because I think tonight's game was a blueprint of what we are capable of doing, maintaining that kind of game, because no one exceeded their expectations too much, except Josh did 6 rebounds, should be shifted to Mitch or Precious or OG or iHeart. Those 6 of his rebounds could be shifted over a little bit.
Okay.
And other than that, I can't see a flaw that any team can really take advantage of, except, of course, someone getting ridiculously hot, like the Golden State Warriors did against the Lakers, where you're putting up record numbers of hitting the record number of threes.
Well, let me ask this real quick before we wrap up and get out of here. I'm going to ask you this question here. What top seed do you see getting knocked off and paving the way for the Knicks to have a easy way to the NBA Finals? Just about every year, a top seed gets knocked off, right? Assuming it's not us, what team do you think it is that's going to get knocked off in the first round?
I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna say it's kind of easy to tell, but the Milwaukee Bucks have just been horrible, and even when Giannis going down, it looks like the team is just getting worse and worse by the day. I think whoever plays them, I think got them in the first round. I just don't believe in Doc Rivers enough. The defensive man, they're like terrible. They're terrible defensively, and like Dame is just a cone. Like it's too much to figure out too late. I just feel like I feel like they're done. I feel like because in my opinion, especially it looks like they might end up playing either Miami, who I know they don't want to see, or Philly, who just got Embiid, and like you said, Reezy, they're that team that was getting like streaky at the right time.
Yep.
It's like that's the team that you don't want to play, and I'm like, they're gonna play a team like that, and they're gonna rely on Giannis and Dame and say figure it out, and they're gonna go out there and just get destroyed. Like I think they're done. I think that team is done for sure.
Wiz, every now and then I'll get something right? Every now and then, like last year, I told y'all not to be scared of Milwaukee, right? Remember, every night I got roasted by Adam, and I think Dre was part of it, but I'm not sure. Salute to Adam and salute to Dre, by the way. Last year I was writing down on paper. I was like, yo, I'm not scared of Milwaukee, bro. I want Boston. Remember that? Remember me saying, like, why y'all so scared of Milwaukee? Remember that?
I remember.
And then come to find out, Milwaukee lost in the first round.
Yep.
My prediction is, and hold on, hey, Brooklyn, hold on to y'all lattes when I say this, right? I'm predicting the first and second seed getting bounced in the first round.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Crazy.
I'm predicting. And here are the matchups, right? I'm predicting that the Miami Heat will defeat the Boston Celtics.
Wow.
And I'm predicting that the Philadelphia 76ers will knock off the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's what I agree with. Oof.
Right. And here's why. If you think about how Boston looked tonight against the Knicks. And we're really gritty and grimy, bro. This Knicks team is a real gritty and grimy team. And you saw Boston look shook. Now imagine when they face the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
I know.
And the Bucks matchup against the Sixers,
Oh yeah.
The Bucks match up against the Sixers. The Bucks are just waiting to get put out of their misery.
Yep.
And the Sixers are red hot right now.
Facts.
Right now,
Wow.
now I know it sounds crazy. I know I sound like
Wow.
a random. I sound like a random Knicks fan just trying to clear the field so the Knicks can win a championship. Nah, because the Knicks road is not going to be. Listen, if those two teams win, the Knicks road is not going to be easy, bro. Because if the Sixers are hot enough to knock off Milwaukee, you think they're going to be hot enough to knock us off?
True.
Right. And if you think grit and grimy Miami dusted us last year with that whack hurt everybody style, you think they're not going to try to do the same thing this year?
Yep.
So our road won't be easy, but Boston, you're prime for the picking.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. Milwaukee. Bro, I promise you, if Milwaukee didn't get out to that large lead that they got off to early in the season, they'd probably be the 7th seed in the NBA right now.
Wow.
That's true.
All right, y'all. That's all I got, man. I guess I shocked y'all, man.
Yes.
I hope y'all didn't. I hope y'all didn't spill y'all lattes and everything.
My shirt's all messy right now.
Oh my goodness. So shout out to the greatest borough that God ever created, the Bronx, New York.
Kings County.
Shout out to Staten Island. Shout out to Manhattan. Shout out to Queens. Shout out to Jersey City. Shout out to Newark. Shout out to Passaic, Patterson,
Brooklyn Heights,
Islip, Brentwood, New Rochelle, Mount Vernon.
Oh, snap.
Salute to everybody.
Kings County.
Salute to Coney Island. Salute to Williamsburg. Salute to Canarsie.
Junior's Cheesecake.
Flatbush.
Junior's Cheesecake.
Who is it?
The bar with Junior's Cheesecake, Kings County, the County of Kings.
Oh, the County of Kings. Yeah. Salute. Yeah, salute. Salute to East New York. Yeah, salute to East New York. Salute to
very much.
Who we missing? Yep. Salute to Red Hook.
You got Bed-Stuy, I got Fort Greene, right? You got
Salute to Fort Greene. Okay. Salute to Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest.
Yes.
Salute to all New York tri-state area. Salute to Connecticut, everybody out there, man. We love y'all, man. Continue to support the channel. Hit that like button. Members only show coming your way at 9 a.m. I'm gonna be up here with coal in my eyes and a piping hot cup of coffee. It's Friday, so we taking Friday off to do some stuff, man. So salute. 3 capital S's. We gonna holler at y'all. Peace, everybody.
Peace.